The moment she stepped onto the plane, something felt off. A strange tension filled the air, but she couldn't quite put her finger on why. As she settled into her window seat, adjusting her bag and getting comfortable, a sharp voice sliced through the cabin like a knife. "Excuse me,
But my son needs that seat.
you can sit somewhere else." For a moment, she thought she had misheard. Surely, this had to be a misunderstanding? But then she looked up, and the way the woman was staring at her told her everything she needed to know. Cold, dismissive, as if she didn't belong. Silence swept through the cabin, passengers pausing mid-conversation, their eyes darting between the two. The air itself seemed to hold its breath. And then what happened next? No one saw it coming. Amina, a 19-year-old college student, had been eagerly looking forward to this trip home. After an exhausting semester filled with endless assignments and sleepless nights, she had finally saved enough money to afford this flight. The thought of seeing her family again kept her going through every difficult moment. She smiled as she reached her designated window seat. There was something magical about takeoff. The way the world below shrank, the sky opening up before her. She had been waiting for this moment. But just as she put on her headphones, a loud, impatient sigh erupted beside her. A woman stood in the aisle, her arms crossed tightly, irritation practically radiating off her. Next to her, a boy, no older than 10, clutched a tablet, shifting uncomfortably. Then, the woman pointed at Amina's seat, her lips curling into a sneer. "My son wants the window seat."
Can you move?
Amina blinked.
Did she hear that right?
She quickly glanced at the ticket in her hand, just to be sure. "I'm sorry, but this is my assigned seat." The woman's expression hardened, her patience wearing thin. "Well, you can switch with someone else. He likes looking out the window." Amina felt a knot form in her stomach. This wasn't just about a seat. It was the way the woman looked at her, as if she had no right to say no. As if she was somehow less deserving. The murmurs around them grew louder.
People were watching now.
And then, before Amina could respond, someone else arrived. A flight attendant, a young woman with piercing blue eyes and a professional, no-nonsense demeanor, approached the scene. "Is there a problem here?" The mother immediately turned to her, crossing her arms with an exaggerated huff.
Yes.
"This girl refuses to move so my son can have the window seat." Amina felt her cheeks heat up.
Girl.
Not young lady. Not passenger. Just girl, spoken with a kind of tone that made her feel small. The flight attendant turned to Amina. "Ma'am, is this your assigned seat?" Amina nodded and held up her ticket. The mother scoffed. "So what? She can sit somewhere else. We paid a lot for these seats, and I don't think it's fair for my son to sit in the middle while she gets the window." The tension in the cabin thickened. Whispers rippled through the rows of passengers. Amina tightened her grip on her armrest. She had heard stories like this before, people who thought they had the right to take something from her just because they believed they were entitled to it. But then, something completely unexpected happened. The flight attendant exhaled, crossed her arms, and then smiled. "You're absolutely right, ma'am." Amina's heart dropped. "Wait, what?" The mother smirked triumphantly, nodding. "I knew you'd understand." But then, the flight attendant's next words sent a shockwave through the cabin. She straightened, her tone calm but firm. "Since your son needs a window seat so badly, I'd be happy to reassign both of you to the economy section." The mother's expression froze. "Excuse me." A few passengers chuckled under their breath. Amina could see their amusement growing. The flight attendant remained perfectly composed. "We have available seats in the back. But if you're unwilling to sit there, I'm afraid you'll have to respect assigned seating." The color drained from the woman's face. Her lips parted as if searching for an argument, but nothing came out. Her son, now visibly embarrassed, tugged at her sleeve. "Mom, it's okay?"
I don't need the window seat.
The mother's face burned red. She looked around, suddenly hyper-aware of all the eyes on her. Judging, whispering. With a defeated sigh, she grumbled, "Fine." Then she dropped into her seat, fuming in silence. Amina let out a breath she hadn't even realized she was holding. But then, something else happened. The flight attendant turned to her with a small smile. "Thank you for your patience. Can I offer you a complimentary drink for the inconvenience?" The entitled mother stiffened. Amina, however, nodded, smiling for the first time that day. She spent the rest of the flight staring out the window, her heart still pounding, but this time, for a different reason. She had won. Not just the seat, but the right to stand her ground. As they landed, a fellow passenger leaned over and whispered, "Good for you. People like that need to be put in their place." Amina nodded, her resolve stronger than ever. Because this was never just about a window seat. It was about entitlement, prejudice,
Privilege.
and how sometimes standing up for yourself means more than just keeping your seat. It means keeping your dignity. But the real question is, speech balloon, how often does this happen before people finally learn? If you found this story thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful narratives. Let us know in the comments, what would you have done in this situation? And by the way, where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments. Stay safe, and see you in the next one. Rocket Sparkles.